the tapestry of human history, few philosophies have woven such a vivid and enduring pattern as Confucianism. This ancient Chinese wisdom, a beacon that has guided countless souls through the tempests of time, continues to shape not just the cultural landscape of the East, but its ripples are felt globally, influencing the very fabric of modern society. Let's embark on a journey, much like the late-night tales spun by the likes of Jimmy Kimmel, where laughter mingles with reflection, and every turn reveals a new facet of understanding. Our tale begins with Confucius, a man whose thoughts have traversed centuries, still whispering in the corridors of power, education, and everyday life. The diversity of love. Confucius taught that love isn't a monolith but a spectrum that encompasses a variety of relationships. From the filial piety between parents and children to the respect among friends, his philosophy underscores the importance of nurturing diverse forms of love to harmonize society. Imagine a world where every relationship flourishes based on mutual respect and understanding. This is the utopia Confucianism envisions. Moral intuition and Li. At the heart of Confucian thought lies the belief in Li, a concept often translated as ritual, but is more accurately a life-generating activity that fosters love and morality. Confucius believed in the innate ability of humans to discern right from wrong, a moral compass guiding us towards righteousness. This intuition is not just a philosophical abstraction but a practical guide in navigating the complexities of life. Moral humility and conscientiousness. In a world that often prizes arrogance, Confucianism places immense value on moral humility and conscientiousness. It teaches that true wisdom lies in recognizing our limitations and constantly striving for improvement. This humility isn't a sign of weakness but a strength, enabling individuals to grow and contribute positively to society. The practical application of virtue ethics. Confucianism isn't just a theoretical framework but a guide to living a virtuous life. It emphasizes the importance of integrating virtues into our daily actions, transforming abstract concepts into tangible practices. From the way we interact with others to our approach to challenges, Confucianism offers a blueprint for ethical living. Educational aspects and the cultivation of virtue. Education holds a place of reverence in Confucian philosophy. It's seen not merely as a means to an end but as a lifelong journey of moral and intellectual development. Confucius envisioned a society where education is accessible to all, believing that it's the foundation of a harmonious society. The balance of intellectual and practical virtues. Confucian thought doesn't draw a rigid line between intellectual and practical virtues. Instead, it advocates for a harmonious blend where thought and action complement each other. This balance ensures that wisdom isn't confined to the ivory towers of academia but is manifested in the everyday lives of people. Generalism versus particularism in morality. Confucianism navigates the complex interplay between general moral principles and the particularities of individual situations. It teaches that while there are overarching virtues to aspire to, the application of these virtues must be tailored to the specific context, ensuring a nuanced approach to ethical dilemmas. Ethics and ontology. Perhaps one of the most profound aspects of Confucian philosophy is its integration of ethics with ontology, the study of being. Confucius posited that our moral choices and virtues are not just personal attributes but define the very essence of our existence. It's a reminder that what we do and how we live shapes our being and, by extension, the world around us. As we conclude our journey through the rich landscape of Confucian thought, it's evident that its teachings are not relics of a bygone era but living principles that continue to inspire, challenge, and guide us. In a world fraught with uncertainty, the wisdom of Confucius serves as a lighthouse, illuminating the path to a more harmonious and compassionate society. So, the next time you find yourself at life's crossroads, remember the sage advice of Confucius and let it guide you toward a virtuous and fulfilling life. In the vast tapestry of human history, few philosophies have transcended their temporal and geographical origins to influence the modern world as profoundly as Confucianism. This ancient doctrine, emerging from the fertile plains of China over 2.5 millennia ago, continues to shape the moral and ethical underpinnings of societies worldwide. Our journey through the annals of time unravels how Confucian principles, with their timeless wisdom, have journeyed from ancient scrolls to become guiding lights in today's complex moral landscape. At the heart of Confucianism lies the concept of li, often translated as proper conduct or ritual. However, to view li merely as a set of rigid protocols is to miss the forest for the trees. In essence, li represents a dynamic, life-generating activity that infuses love and goodness into the fabric of society. It's this interpretation of li that has allowed Confucian thought to evolve beyond the confines of ancient Chinese society, offering a universal blueprint for cultivating harmonious relationships in a modern context. The diversity of love, as recognized in Confucian tradition, underscores the multifaceted nature of human connections. From the filial piety between child and parent to the fraternity among friends, Confucianism celebrates the spectrum of love that sustains social cohesion. Today, this principle resonates more than ever, reminding us of the interconnectedness that binds us, irrespective of the digital age's attempts to atomize human experience. Moral intuition and humility play pivotal roles in Confucian ethics. The sage Confucius posited that an authentic understanding of morality transcends intellectual comprehension, rooting instead in the intuitive grasp of virtuous action. In an era besieged by information overload, where moral relativism often clouds judgment, the Confucian emphasis on moral intuition and humility as pathways to ethical clarity stands as a beacon of wisdom. The practical application of virtue ethics, another cornerstone of Confucianism, advocates for living out virtues in everyday life. This approach to morality, favoring concrete actions over abstract theorizations, offers a refreshing antidote to the paralysis of analysis that can afflict modern decision-making processes. By championing conscientiousness and diligence, Confucianism provides a framework for ethical living that aligns closely with contemporary values of integrity and accountability. Education, according to Confucian thought, is not merely the acquisition of knowledge but the cultivation of virtue. In today's knowledge economy, where education is often viewed through the prism of economic utility, the Confucian perspective reorients the debate towards the moral and ethical dimensions of learning. This ancient wisdom underscores the transformative power of education in shaping not just skilled professionals, but virtuous citizens. The tension between generalism and particularism in morality, another theme explored in Confucian philosophy, offers insightful parallels to current ethical debates. In a globalized world, where universal norms often clash with local customs, the Confucian dialectic between the universal and the particular provides a valuable framework for navigating the complexities of multicultural ethics. As we traverse from ancient scrolls to modern mores, the journey of Confucian principles illuminates the path towards a more ethical, harmonious society. By integrating these timeless tenets into the fabric of contemporary life, we not only pay homage to an illustrious past, but also chart a course for a more virtuous future. The enduring legacy of Confucianism, with its deep reverence for the interplay of love, morality, and education, offers a compass by which to steer our collective journey through the murky waters of modernity. In embracing these ancient principles, we find not outdated relics of a bygone era, but living, breathing ethics that resonate with the pulse of today's world. In the bustling world of today, where every moment is a sprint towards an undefined finish line, we often find ourselves grappling with the intricacies of morality and ethics. It's a labyrinth of choices where every turn presents a new challenge. However, as we navigate this complex maze, we might find guidance in the ancient teachings of Confucianism, an intellectual tradition that has shaped East Asian societies for centuries. This narrative embarks on a journey to explore how Confucian principles, with their deep roots in love, morality, and ethics, can still illuminate the path to modern-day moral conundrums. Confucianism, a tradition often encapsulated by the term ruism, is not just a philosophy or a religion but a way of living. At the heart of Confucian thought lies the concept of ran, often translated as benevolence or humaneness. This principle teaches us the diversity of love, urging us to extend our empathy beyond our immediate circles to the broader society. Imagine a world where each interaction is guided by a genuine concern for the other's well-being. It's akin to throwing a pebble into a pond. The ripples of our actions, motivated by ran, can create waves of positive change. In the realm of decision-making, Confucianism places a great emphasis on moral intuition. This is the belief that our gut feelings, those immediate responses to right and wrong, are rooted in a deep, intuitive understanding of the moral fabric of the universe. It's like having an internal compass that guides us through the fog of ethical dilemmas, ensuring that we stay true to the path of righteousness. The concept of Li as a life-generating activity is another gem from the Confucian treasure trove. Li encompasses rituals, manners, and the etiquette of daily life, all of which are seen as expressions of love and respect. It's the idea that our smallest actions can be imbued with deep moral significance, transforming mundane tasks into acts of virtue. Humility and conscientiousness are virtues highly prized in Confucian philosophy. They remind us that recognizing our limitations and being diligent in our moral endeavors are crucial steps on the path to becoming better individuals. In a world that often celebrates the loudest voices, these principles invite us to reflect inwardly and act with careful consideration. Confucianism also makes a compelling case for the practical application of virtue ethics, emphasizing the importance of living out virtues in our daily lives. It's not enough to simply know what is right. We must also do what is right. This approach bridges the gap between theory and practice, urging us to embody the virtues we admire. The educational aspects of Confucian thought cannot be overstated. It holds that moral development and social harmony are deeply interconnected, with education acting as the linchpin. By nurturing intellectual and practical virtues, we can cultivate a society that thrives on mutual respect and understanding. However, Confucianism also acknowledges the tension between generalism and particularism in morality. It recognizes that while there are universal ethical principles, their application might vary based on the context. This nuanced understanding encourages us to navigate moral dilemmas with both a firm grasp on universal values and an openness to the specifics of each situation. By intertwining ethics with ontology, Confucian philosophy offers a holistic view of morality, one that sees the cultivation of virtue as essential to the very nature of being. It's a reminder that our moral pursuits are not just about navigating the external world, but also about understanding and transforming ourselves. In weaving these ancient teachings into the fabric of our modern lives, we find that the wisdom of Confucianism is not confined to the pages of history. It is alive, breathing new life into our understanding of morality. Through anecdotes and real-life examples, this narrative has aimed to demonstrate how these timeless principles can guide us in the quest for ethical living in the contemporary world. In conclusion, as we stand at the crossroads of countless decisions, the teachings of Confucianism offer a beacon of light. They remind us that at the core of every choice lies the potential for growth, connection, and the deepening of our moral understanding. So, let us tread this path with empathy, humility, and a steadfast commitment to virtue, for it is in these moments of choice that we weave the tapestry of our collective destiny. In the tapestry of modern society, where threads of diverse cultures and philosophies intertwine, the subtle yet profound influence of Confucianism often goes unnoticed. It's like the air we breathe, omnipresent yet invisible, shaping our values, ethics, and interactions in ways we scarcely acknowledge. This narrative embarks on a journey to uncover the unseen impact of Confucian philosophy in contemporary life, weaving through tales that resonate with the heart and provoke the mind. At the core of Confucian thought lies the concept of Li, a term that transcends its simple translation as ritual or propriety to embody a life-generating activity that cultivates love and moral intuition. Imagine walking through a dense forest, where every step taken is guided by an innate understanding of the ecosystem. Each action, whether it's the way we greet a stranger or resolve conflicts, is a step that nurtures the forest of our society. This ancient wisdom, emphasizing the harmonious balance between human actions and the moral fabric of the universe, finds its reflection in modern practices of mindfulness and ethical living. The diversity of love, a principle cherished in Confucian tradition, challenges the one-size-fits-all approach to relationships prevalent in much of contemporary discourse. In a world quick to label and categorize, Confucianism invites us to appreciate the spectrum of love's expressions, from the reverent respect for one's parents to the comradeship among friends and the loyalty among colleagues. It's a reminder that the heart has reasons that reason knows not, enriching our interactions with a depth of understanding and respect. Moral humility, another gem from Confucian ethics, stands in stark contrast to the self-promotion and individualism that pervade modern culture. It's not about diminishing one's worth but recognizing the vast expanse of what we don't know. In an era of information overload, where everyone has an opinion on everything, the Confucian virtue of modesty and self-awareness invites us to listen more and speak less, to reflect before reacting. This humility fosters a culture of learning and growth, where the pursuit of knowledge is a journey, not a destination. The practical application of virtue ethics, a hallmark of Confucianism, extends beyond the realm of personal morality to influence modern business practices and leadership models. The concept that one's character and moral integrity are the foundation of their actions and decisions resonates with contemporary ideas of ethical leadership and corporate responsibility. It's a call to action for leaders to lead by example, to prioritize the well-being of their community and environment over short-term gains. In weaving idioms through our narrative, let's not forget the adage, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." This proverb, originating from the Taoist sage Laozi, harmonizes with Confucian philosophy in its emphasis on the importance of small, conscientious actions in achieving great ends. It encapsulates the essence of our exploration, that the monumental task of nurturing a just, compassionate, and ethical society begins with the individual choices we make every day. Integrating real-life examples, we find contemporary embodiments of Confucian ideals in individuals like Malala Yousafzai, whose tireless advocacy for education and women's rights mirrors Confucian emphasis on education as a pillar of moral development and social harmony. In the realm of business, companies that prioritize sustainable practices and community engagement exemplify the Confucian virtue of conscientiousness, demonstrating that profit and ethical responsibility can coexist. In crafting this narrative, we strive for a balance between uniqueness and listener engagement, ensuring that the essence of Confucian philosophy is conveyed in a manner that resonates with the modern audience. By peeling back the layers of our daily lives, we uncover the unseen influence of Confucianism in shaping a world where ethics, compassion, and mutual respect pave the way for a harmonious society. Through this exploration, we are reminded that the wisdom of the past holds timeless relevance, guiding us toward a future where the fabric of society is woven with threads of moral integrity, love, and humility. In the bustling world of modern business, where the quest for profit often overshadows the pursuit of ethical practices, an ancient philosophy whispers wisdom into the ears of the contemporary corporate raider. This wisdom, originating from the teachings of Confucius, a venerable Chinese philosopher, offers a surprisingly relevant ethical compass for today's boardrooms. In Confucius in the Boardroom, Ancient Ethics in Modern Business, we embark on a journey to explore how Confucian principles can not only coexist but thrive amidst the cutthroat dynamics of modern commerce. The narrative begins with a gripping opener, as we recount the tale of a beleaguered CEO facing a moral dilemma that threatens to unravel the very fabric of his corporation. The CEO, let's call him Alex, stands at the crossroads of profitability and integrity, where the pressure to deliver short-term gains to shareholders tempts him to cut ethical corners. It's at this pivotal moment that Alex recalls a passage on the diversity of love from the Confucian tradition, recognizing that his responsibility extends beyond shareholders to employees, customers, and society at large. This moment of moral intuition, a vital element in Confucian thought, becomes the turning point of our story. As we delve deeper, the narrative skillfully applies Confucian principles to the business landscape. We explore the concept of Li as a life-generating activity, drawing parallels between the harmonious social order Confucius envisioned and the need for a corporate culture that fosters mutual respect and ethical conduct. Through Alex's journey, we witness the transformative power of moral humility, as he learns to navigate the complexities of business decisions with a conscience guided by the higher virtues of Confucianism. Our story doesn't shy away from the challenges of integrating ancient ethics into modern business practices. We tackle the tension between generalism and particularism in morality, illustrating how Confucian thought encourages a balance between universal principles and the unique ethical dilemmas of contemporary business scenarios. Through real-life examples, we demonstrate the practical application of virtue ethics, showing how companies that prioritize conscientiousness, education, and the cultivation of both intellectual and practical virtues not only achieve success but also contribute to the greater social good. In weaving idioms through our narrative, we enrich the story with expressions like crossing the river by feeling the stones, a metaphor for the cautious and adaptive approach required to navigate the murky waters of ethical decision-making in business. This idiom, rooted in Chinese wisdom, encapsulates the essence of our tale, highlighting the importance of moral intuition and practical wisdom in achieving ethical success. The narrative closes with an impactful conclusion, where Alex, having embraced the ancient wisdom of Confucius, leads his company to a new era of prosperity. This prosperity, however, is not merely measured in financial terms, but in the creation of a legacy defined by ethical integrity and social responsibility. Our story leaves the audience with a compelling message. In the relentless pursuit of success, let the timeless teachings of Confucius illuminate the path, guiding us towards not only achieving our goals but doing so with honor, respect, and a deep sense of moral obligation. Confucius in the Boardroom, Ancient Ethics in Modern Business, is not just a tale of moral triumph. It's a clarion call for the modern business world to re-examine its ethical compass. Through the lens of Confucian philosophy, we find that ancient wisdom can indeed offer practical solutions to contemporary challenges, reminding us that in the end, the true measure of success lies in the goodness we cultivate within ourselves and the world around us. In the bustling 21st century, where the pace of life seems to sprint and the clamor of digital notifications never ceases, one might wonder if ancient wisdom still holds water in our modern reservoir of knowledge. Among these time-tested philosophies, Confucianism, with its rich tapestry of moral insights and ethical teachings, offers a surprisingly refreshing perspective on contemporary dilemmas. Let's embark on a narrative journey, guided by the lamp of Confucian wisdom, shedding light on our path as we navigate the complexities of modern life. Our story begins in the heart of a bustling city, where skyscrapers stretch towards the heavens, striving, it seems, to escape the earth. Amid this concrete jungle, our protagonist, Alex, a middle-aged executive with a penchant for philosophy and a thirst for meaning beyond the boardroom, finds himself wrestling with a moral quandary. The tale we weave today doesn't just chronicle Alex's journey. It mirrors the odyssey of many in our audience, seeking solace and solution in the wisdom of yore. Alex's dilemma is one of moral intuition versus corporate gain, a scenario where the lines of ethical conduct blur in the face of profit. In his quest for resolution, Alex turns to the ancient teachings of Confucius, uncovering the principles of diversity of love, moral intuition, and Li as life-generating activity. These principles, he discovers, are not relics of the past, but beacons for the present. The diversity of love, as Confucius expounded, reveals itself in Alex's life through his relationships with family, colleagues, and society at large. Confucianism teaches that these relationships, governed by love, respect, and empathy, form the bedrock of a harmonious society. In a world where individualism often trumps collectivism, this principle reminds us of the strength in unity and the value of caring for others beyond our immediate circle. Moral intuition, another gem from the Confucian treasure chest, guides Alex to listen to his inner voice, a compass pointing towards righteousness. In a landscape cluttered with ethical dilemmas, this intuition serves as Alex's North Star, helping him navigate through the fog of indecision. This Confucian virtue underscores the importance of being attuned to our moral instincts, especially when external pressures push us towards compromising our values. Li as life-generating activity illuminates the path to cultivating goodness and ethical conduct in everyday life. For Alex, this means integrating ethical practices into his business dealings, treating everyone, from the CEO to the janitor, with respect and dignity. It's a reminder that our actions, no matter how small, contribute to the tapestry of society, weaving patterns of harmony or discord. As our tale unfolds, Alex skillfully deploys idioms like "actions speak louder than words," and a stitch in time saves nine, enriching the narrative and highlighting the universal truth that proactive and ethical conduct can avert larger crises. He integrates real-life examples, from corporate scandals to stories of integrity in the face of temptation, illustrating the timeless relevance of Confucian teachings. In his journey, Alex embodies moral humility, recognizing his limitations and the importance of continuous moral education. This humility, paired with conscientiousness, propels him towards making decisions that are not only beneficial in the short term but sustainable and ethical in the long run. Through practical application of virtue ethics, Alex learns to live out these virtues daily, not as abstract concepts but as actions that breathe life into his relationships and work. Our story, though fictional, is a tapestry woven with threads of real-life challenges and ancient wisdom. It serves as a testament to the enduring relevance of Confucian philosophy in the 21st century, offering guidance in the face of moral ambiguity and reminding us of the importance of integrity, respect, and empathy. As we draw the curtains on Alex's narrative, we're reminded that the journey of moral and ethical exploration is ongoing. Confucian wisdom, with its profound insights into human nature and morality, stands as a lighthouse, guiding us through the stormy seas of modern life. In this bustling century, as we strive for success and meaning, let us not forget the ancient paths that lead to harmony, fulfillment, and a deeper understanding of our place in the world. In the tapestry of human history, few philosophies have woven as rich and enduring a pattern as that of Confucianism. Its threads, spun from ancient Chinese wisdom, continue to influence the fabric of modern society, providing a moral compass that navigates through the complexities of contemporary life. This narrative embarks on a journey to explore how Confucian philosophy, with its nuanced understanding of ethics, love, and morality, can guide today's societal values, making an ancient wisdom resonate in a modern world. At the heart of Confucianism lies the concept of li, a principle that transcends mere social etiquette to embody a life-generating activity rooted in love and good. Imagine li as the dance of humanity, where each movement, no matter how subtle, contributes to the harmony of the whole. It's in this dance that we find the diversity of love celebrated, acknowledging that love manifests in myriad forms and expressions, each with its unique rhythm and reason. In a world where moral absolutism often leads to division, the Confucian tradition offers a refreshing perspective through the lens of moral intuition. This intuition acts as an inner compass, guiding individuals to practice morality not as a rigid set of rules, but as a natural expression of humaneness. It's akin to navigating a river not by a map, but by understanding the current's flow, allowing for a navigation that is both flexible and attuned to the nuances of life's moral landscape. Confucianism teaches us the importance of moral humility. In a narrative soaked in the ethos of late-night show hosts like Jimmy Kimmel, where humor and humility blend seamlessly, we find a powerful example of this virtue. Humility, in this sense, is not self-deprecation but a self-awareness that fosters growth and learning. It's the acknowledgement that, like every story told on stage, we are works in progress, narratives unfolding, always capable of learning from the plot twists life throws our way. In the realm of ethics, Confucian philosophy does not merely pose theoretical musings but insists on the practical application of virtue ethics. It's about walking the talk, embodying virtues such as conscientiousness, not just in grand gestures but in the minutiae of daily life. Imagine each act of kindness, no matter how small, as a pebble thrown into a pond, its ripples reaching farther than the eye can see. This is the practical magic of Confucian virtue ethics at work, transforming individual actions into a collective force for societal harmony. The educational aspect of Confucian thought cannot be overstated. It holds that education is not merely the acquisition of knowledge but the cultivation of character. Just as a master storyteller crafts a narrative, so does education in the Confucian sense aim to sculpt individuals of moral integrity, capable of contributing to the greater narrative of society. Through the prism of Confucian philosophy, we also navigate the tension between intellectual and practical virtues, understanding that true wisdom lies not just in thought but in action. It's a reminder that the stories we tell through our lives are authored not by our words but by our deeds. In weaving idioms through our narrative, such as walking the talk or navigating a river, we enrich the tapestry of our tale, adding depth and color to the philosophical journey. Real-life examples, like the humility displayed by beloved late-night hosts, serve as threads that connect ancient wisdom to contemporary life, demonstrating the timeless relevance of Confucian values. In conclusion, the Confucian compass, guiding today's societal values, invites us to dance to the rhythm of Li, to navigate the river of life with moral intuition, and to cultivate a garden of virtues through education and action. It's a call to blend the ancient with the contemporary, proving that even in the fast-paced, often tumultuous world we inhabit, the wisdom of Confucius shines like a beacon, guiding us toward a more harmonious, compassionate society. Through this narrative, we embark on a journey not just of understanding but of transformation, where ancient philosophy meets modern challenges, guiding us toward a future where the dance of humanity moves ever closer to harmony. In the tapestry of today's fast-paced society, where every moment zips by like cars on a freeway, there lies an ancient wisdom whispering through the ages, nudging us to slow down and ponder upon the fundamentals of our existence. This wisdom, deeply rooted in the teachings of Confucius, an emblem of ancient Chinese philosophy, continues to shape our world in ways both subtle and profound. At the heart of Confucian philosophy is the diversity of love. It's a concept that transcends the mere emotional and ventures into the realm of the ethical and practical. Imagine walking into a room where every face tells a different story of love: a mother's tender gaze upon her child, a teacher's proud smile at a student's achievement, a friend's comforting embrace in times of distress. Confucius taught us that these are not merely personal sentiments but are the very fabric that holds society together. Incorporating this into our narratives, we find stories brimming with a variety of loves, each enriching the tale in its unique way. It's akin to Jimmy Kimmel bringing on guests from diverse backgrounds, each sharing their story, their version of love, whether it's for their craft, their family, or a cause close to their heart. Confucianism also places a high value on moral intuition. This is the unspoken understanding that what feels right or wrong plays a significant role in our moral decisions. It's the gut feeling that tells a late-night show host the perfect moment to crack a joke, or when to let a poignant silence linger. In writing, this intuition guides the narrative, ensuring it resonates with the reader on a visceral level. The concept of Li as a life-generating activity in Confucian thought can be seen as the art of creating narratives that breathe life into characters, making them leap off the page. It's about crafting stories that are not just read, but are lived by the audience, much like a masterful host who makes viewers feel a part of the conversation happening on their screens. Moral humility and conscientiousness are virtues that ensure our tales do not merely seek to entertain but also to enlighten, to gently guide the audience towards introspection and understanding. They remind us, much like a seasoned host, to approach our craft with modesty and the awareness that every story told is a new learning opportunity. Applying virtue ethics practically, Confucianism teaches us to embody virtues in our daily actions, a principle crucial for a storyteller. Our narratives are not just stories. They are lessons clothed in allegory, wisdom wrapped in wit. They encourage the reader to practice patience, kindness, and courage in their lives. In weaving idioms through our stories, we enrich the narrative, much like adding spices to a dish, enhancing its flavor and depth. These phrases serve as bridges, connecting ancient wisdom with modern dilemmas, making the moral of our tales more relatable and impactful. Integration of real-life samples into our stories serves to ground them in reality, enhancing credibility and audience connection. It's akin to a talk show host sharing a personal anecdote, immediately drawing the audience closer, making the message more potent. The challenge, therefore, is to balance uniqueness with engagement, to weave tales that are as enlightening as they are entertaining. We tread carefully, ensuring our narratives respect copyright rules, ethical and legal guidelines. Much like a late-night show operates within the boundaries of what's permissible yet strives to push the envelope in terms of creativity and engagement. In conclusion, the echo of Confucius in shaping today's world through our narratives is undeniable. It's in the way we explore the diversity of love, the importance of moral intuition, and the practical application of virtues. Our stories, though set in contemporary times, carry the timeless wisdom of Confucian philosophy, serving as a bridge between the ancient and the modern, reminding us that at the core of our bustling lives, the principles of love, morality, and virtue remain ever relevant. In the tapestry of modern ethics, a subtle yet profound influence weaves its narrative thread through the fabric of our daily lives, often going unnoticed. This influence, ancient yet timeless, originates from the teachings of Confucianism. As a master raconteur, I invite you on a journey to explore how these ancient Chinese philosophies continue to shape our understanding of morality, love, and social harmony in contemporary society. Our story begins with an engaging opener. Imagine a world where every interaction, every decision, and every relationship is guided by an invisible yet powerful force. This force is the legacy of Confucius, a philosopher whose ideas, born in the 5th century BC, continue to resonate in the corridors of modern ethics. The diversity of love, as recognized by Confucian tradition, challenges us to consider the various forms and expressions of love beyond the romantic. It teaches us that the love between friends, the respect between colleagues, and the bond within families are all integral to societal harmony. As we delve deeper, we find that Confucianism places a significant emphasis on moral intuition. This ancient wisdom suggests that our hearts are capable of discerning right from wrong without the need for complex ethical formulas. In a world where moral dilemmas often leave us at a crossroads, the idea that our intuition can guide us towards virtue is both comforting and empowering. Li, as life-generating activity, represents the essence of Confucian thought on love as a force for good. This concept encourages us to view our interactions and daily activities as opportunities to cultivate love, kindness, and understanding. Through this lens, even mundane tasks can become acts of moral significance, contributing to the greater good. Moral humility and conscientiousness are virtues highly esteemed in Confucian philosophy. They teach us the importance of modesty and diligence in our ethical considerations, reminding us that the pursuit of virtue is a continuous journey, marked by self-awareness and care for others. The practical application of virtue ethics, a cornerstone of Confucianism, challenges us to live out our virtues in a tangible manner. It's not enough to merely understand what is good. We are called to embody these virtues in our daily lives, transforming abstract concepts into concrete actions. Confucian thought also holds education as essential for moral development and social harmony. This perspective underscores the value of lifelong learning, not just in terms of academic knowledge, but also in the cultivation of character and virtue. As we navigate the complexities of ethics, the distinction between intellectual and practical virtues becomes apparent. Confucianism teaches us that while it's important to engage our intellect in understanding morality, the true test lies in our actions. The tension between generalism and particularism in morality, explored by Confucianism, reflects the challenges we face in making ethical decisions. It reminds us that while general principles can guide us, each situation requires a thoughtful consideration of its unique context. Finally, the integration of ethics and ontology in Confucian philosophy invites us to reflect on the nature of being and the cultivation of virtue. This holistic approach encourages us to consider how our ethical practices contribute to our overall well-being and the harmony of the society we live in. In crafting this narrative, real-life examples serve as the threads that connect ancient wisdom to modern dilemmas. From the boardroom to the classroom, Confucian principles offer a guiding light, encouraging us to act with love, humility, and conscientiousness. As our tale comes to a close, it's clear that the invisible threads of Confucianism continue to hold a significant place in modern ethics. Through its teachings, we are reminded of the power of intuition, the importance of practical virtue, and the enduring value of love and respect in fostering social harmony. In a world often marked by division and uncertainty, these ancient principles offer a path towards a more compassionate and ethical society. In the tapestry of modern society, where the digital age has woven threads of instant gratification and fleeting attentions, there lies an ancient wisdom that seems paradoxically more relevant today than ever before. This wisdom, stemming from the teachings of Confucius, a philosopher whose ideas have transcended millennia, offers a beacon of light in navigating the complexities of contemporary culture. As we embark on this narrative journey, let's explore how Confucianism, with its rich heritage of moral intuition and virtue ethics, bridges the gap between the past and the present, guiding us toward a more harmonious and fulfilling life. At the heart of Confucianism lies the concept of li, often translated as ritual, but more accurately understood as a life-generating activity that articulates love as good. In our fast-paced world, where actions are often dictated by efficiency rather than significance, rediscovering li as a practice can transform mundane tasks into meaningful experiences. Whether it's sharing a meal with family, greeting a neighbor, or partaking in community service, each act, when performed with intention and respect, becomes a thread in the fabric of a cohesive society. The diversity of love, as recognized by Confucian tradition, challenges our contemporary understanding of relationships. In a world where love is often romanticized in a narrow sense, the broader Confucian perspective invites us to cultivate deep connections not only with our partners and families, but also with friends, colleagues, and even strangers. This inclusive approach to love fosters a culture of empathy and compassion, essential components in addressing societal issues such as isolation and polarization. Moral intuition and humility, central to Confucian thought, offer a counterbalance to the arrogance and certainty that sometimes characterize modern discourse. In recognizing the importance of intuition in moral decision-making, we are reminded of the value of listening to our inner voice and the voices of others, fostering a culture of dialogue and mutual respect. Humility, in this context, becomes not a sign of weakness but of strength, as it allows us to acknowledge our limitations and learn from one another. The practical application of virtue ethics, another cornerstone of Confucianism, challenges us to move beyond abstract moralizing to the day-to-day living out of virtues such as honesty, diligence, and kindness. In a society often fixated on success at any cost, the Confucian emphasis on conscientiousness and moral integrity provides a refreshing perspective on what it means to lead a good life. Confucianism also holds education in high regard, not merely as a means to an end but as an essential process for moral development and social harmony. In today's world, where education is often viewed through the lens of economic utility, the Confucian emphasis on learning for the sake of personal growth and societal well-being offers a compelling alternative. Integrating real-life examples, let's consider the story of a community that, inspired by Confucian principles, came together to address local issues of poverty and education. By pooling resources, sharing knowledge, and volunteering time, they not only improved the material conditions of their neighborhood, but also strengthened the bonds among its members, embodying the Confucian ideals of mutual aid and communal harmony. In weaving idioms through our narrative, we find that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, perfectly encapsulates the Confucian approach to personal and societal transformation. It reminds us that change, no matter how daunting, starts with small, deliberate actions. As we draw this tale to a close, let us reflect on the enduring relevance of Confucianism in contemporary culture. In a world marked by rapid change and uncertainty, the ancient wisdom of Confucius, with its emphasis on virtue, respect, and community, offers a guiding light toward a more harmonious and meaningful existence. By bridging millennia, Confucianism not only enriches our understanding of the past but also illuminates the path forward, inviting us to weave a tapestry of a more compassionate and just society.